What is up? 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 So, basically, you guys, my video today is the hate you give. You feel me? Like, if you don't feel it, then I just gotta tell you, exit the video now. You're not gonna like it. Exit now. So today I'm doing just basically a video on hate you give and the type of attitude you carry, because it is a part of the hate you give. And today, introducing all that, I'm gonna be calm about it. I brought my friend Barefoot and Barefoot, just to clarify. And then I brought my great friend Balance Breaks. Don't tell nobody I introduced y'all to this. Y'all having a combination of both. I kid you not. You're gonna love me after this. Probably. I don't know. But yeah, it has cranberries in it too. So just imagine the taste with the wine. So good. For the 18 and lower viewers, I'm gonna try to keep this as much as PG as 13 as possible.
And it's from Numbers 23, verse 19. It says, God is not a man, so he does not lie. Which tells us what? Men.
And then my other topic was basically people who understand and then make episodes or TV shows like Dear White People. First of all, I don't need to tell people on what they know that they're appropriating. That's where y'all failed at. And it's a F for me. Because if you can tell somebody how they're appropriating your culture, then quite frankly, you should go and tell yourself and look in the mirror and ask yourself, how much of their culture have you appropriated? Let's be real. If your genes, genetics, ancestry doesn't reach back that far, then your culture appropriating too. So I don't need a Dear White People. To me, that was the most disgustingest thing ever. But not only was it just that, but the black on black crime was just dead on point. So it's just okay, cool. If you can do that, then why can't you make Dear Black People? We come up with so many struggles with each other, but you'll go and target another group. To me, that's a all low. It's a low. As much as I've been growing up, we've always talked about it, but we never took it to them because we always knew that in the midst, we still didn't have our stuff corrected over here. So again, how could you go and correct somebody else on their cultural appropriation when you yourself are not even realizing that your culture appropriating a lot of situations? Make it make sense. And if it don't make sense, then at least make your uncommon ass sense make some type of uncommonness. But a lot of y'all do have uncommon sense, and it still is not even uncommon. It's nigga, you just stated so many reasons to why you have common sense. That's what mind blows me, and that's why I still to this day, at the age that I am, grown age that I am, still as a loner. And that's another situation that I don't like. People bring up, this person is crazy, this person is going through stuff. First of all, I've met somebody who's damn near 65, probably older than that. And I done chill with them, and they was super cool. Didn't have an issue, and was a loner. Don't have no kids, and is a loner. So, with that comment, I just feel it's a snub it's a snub, but it's also an insult. And you should be insulting yourself as a person because you just tried to defamation a person's character based off of what you think because of your own situations that you went through, and you feel like this person can relate to you. they probably 9 times out of 10 can't relate to you. So, because you feel like you was once a loner too. If you was once a loner too, you would have still stayed a loner. There's no excuses. So, basically, I just feel like one of the topics that I wanted to address in the hatred that you give is POC. People of appropriation and appropriating culture. Honestly, I've seen that sometimes I'll even sound dumb trying to explain what that may be. But like, I'm really just tired of people who appropriate the culture and then want to say because, for instance, their people are more, I guess, what they want to call whitewashed. And they have this coloration of no pigmentation. Then they want to sit there and say, oh, their ancestor was black or their great grandma was black. So saying nigga is okay to them. Fine. Kudos and dandy. But is your grandma here today? Like, do you have a proof, a picture? Like, some of y'all be saying it, but don't have no type of proof whatsoever. Like, not an ounce. Not an ounce. Some of y'all have came across and they do have, like, basically proof. But I've never seen too many of them who do. So that's my issue with a lot of y'all POC appropriation. Sorry, almost stumbled on that. But that's my problem with a lot of you POC appropriation people. So that's one of them. I'm gonna do my my wine sips really small because if you just know the savory taste that it's gonna have, you wouldn't even want to drink it the way I'm trying to drink it out the bottle. It's not gonna happen. Ooh. Wait, that just did something for me. Pause.
If y'all think y'all can take me down, then let's over here. But I'm a clock and feel y'all hoes. I straight up.
Another one of my topics today is about black on black crimes. Honestly, in the black community, it's a lot going on, for real. And I just don't like the fact that it's some people who feel like, oh, because you're black or mixed black, what I really wanted to say, they feel like, oh, you have to bow down to them because you're black. You're a form of black. I don't have to bow down to none of you bitches. Let's be clear. I tried to keep it PG-13, but that's as much as I'm gonna say on that end. And I don't owe nan one of y'all black motherfuckers anything. That's just two. And that came from the word from my mama and daddy. I don't owe you niggas nothing. Nothing. So really comes to it, and any black mother tell me they feel like I owe them anything. If I owe you, then nigga, you owe me. I'm sorry I gotta use that appropriation of word, but then that's when I have to be like, I had to. Because it used to be at one point, black on black crimes, a lot of those situations that went on was like easily just saying nigga would trigger people, you know? So I'm not trying to trigger anyone, but I'm just stating the hate that you give, you carry that shit. Excuse my language. But you do. And y'all need to be very careful about when y'all sit here and say, oh, you know you're not a bad person. Like, yeah, your mama or your daddy can probably say that, but you as a person, many people done probably came across you and then said you a bad person for real, like, or nobody fucks with you. I have an excuse. I've always been a loner. I ain't fuck with nobody. I don't give a fuck how strong you fuck with me. I don't care. I just don't fuck with nobody. So, on that end, excuse my language, but I'm just clarifying the black on black. So, Another topic is scumbags. Scumbags that feel like, okay, well, if it's not about appropriation or black on black anymore, and it's the hate that you give or it's the hate that you carry, then where does it come and end? With you. It ends with you. And a lot of people who understand that continuously to continue their day to be a scumbag. And I don't like them. I'm gonna call them how I see it, a scumbag. Just like they easily to appropriate the gay culture upon how I may manner myself or what I may say, I'm gonna call it how they see it, right? We're just gonna call it how they see it. Scumbags. And honestly, that's like 4 topics that I just explained. But that's basically what I wanted to share. And I had this talk with a Caucasian male before, like years ago, not just recently, years ago. And I had this conversation. I said, so when does it really stop? Or when does it really end? And like the person stated to me, it ends whenever you stop. That's real talk. Like, I kid you not, since I've actually tried to make it end with myself, I've seen a lot of hate that supposedly people say I give really hasn't been hate. Like, a lot of stuff that I've been doing, I really just been seeing that some people gonna have their 2s and 1s about what they gonna say. But to be honestly real, ain't nan one of them is gonna come to my face and say it. And that's been a proven Fendi fact. That doesn't matter whether I've been in a workplace, outside of the workplace, on my day-to-day, they're not gonna do it. I've seen some, sorry I had to flick a spider. I've seen some, honestly, got in my face about it, but where they at today? Nowhere to be found. So, I'm just gonna say that. And it's not to be on some, oh, you're just not to be fucked. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just, they're them, I'm me, and it is what it is. Now, on top of that, back to how I made it in with myself, I've seen a lot of situations where, I'll come back. I've seen a lot of situations where I let it end with me and don't see the karma effect anymore. That's what I mean by making it end with you. First person to start with is you. Once you start moving accordingly to not be or move with maliciousness, you won't see it. I kid you not. I feel like the hate you give, it'll show. Because at one point, a lot of people make up this thing oh, because you're light-skinned, you get treated more fairly than people who are dark-skinned. Do you see the top of my forehead? Do you see my forearm? If I go in that sun, I'm going to turn black. So that, to me, is an insult. It's an insult. No matter how light-skinned or red bone, I don't care. Whatever my skin colors get, I don't care. But at the end of the day, when I jump in that sun, I'm going to turn black. So a lot of y'all who make that statement, please understand, I'm not trying to call you stupid, but you are retarded. If you're not retarded, then you must be redundant. Because, bitch, I'm still black. I'm just not your type of black at the time you wanted me to be black. That means my skin. Does not mean at the time I wasn't trying to be black because you wasn't trying to be black, or I wasn't trying to be black because of a situation that happened. No, that's not what that means. That means at this time my skin coloration is not black. So, that being said, when I tell y'all this is really good, it's really good. So, like, to go on back on it, I've seen, like, people gravitate my way, kind of sort of me being a loner. I'm not used to it. But before I go off topic, for example, I've seen the hate that you give is true, because for so long people would be like, well, do you ever have run-ins with white people and they call you nigga? At one point, that was the most frustrating question I used to get. Because it's like, when you first introduce yourself to a white person, what do you think that you're opening the doors to? Like, a lot of y'all really make the most stupid ass questions ever in my life known to man. And it really doesn't really get me heated, but it gets me rowdy. Because y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. And I kid you not, like, after that person asked me that question, it was a lot of karma effect that I had come into it, because at the time I said no. And I'm just being honest. No. At the time, no. Now, yeah, probably a little bit more. Not frequent, but I would say yes. It still has happened, just in a different form. So, at the end of the day, when you make up an evaluation about somebody because of their skin color, and you feel like, oh, you done studied me for the rest of your life, or you feel like you got me figured out because of my skin color, you don't have shit figured out. You don't even know who you are in that deep ass, black ass skin of yours, because you're so judgmental, or have been so judgmental, or being so criticizing about how you feel or what you think. And you don't even know your facts for real. Because if I start pulling the cards, a lot of y'all gonna look real retarded, like I'm doing right now. So, on that end, yes, it has happened to me, but it hadn't happened before that person asked me that question. I was going about my life a little bit better than what, after that person asked that question, happened after that. My life literally turned upside down after that because of what that person asked. So I want to say now it's taking me like a long ass time to really get out of that. But in the same instance of me getting out of it, it really made me really dawn and really like wake up and be like, I really still don't want to even be friends with none of y'all. Gee, for real, I don't. And what I mean by that is a select of people, I don't want to even fuck with you. Like, I think I don't even want no new friends. If that's what's gonna make more sense. I don't. Like Drake said, no new friends. Oh, no. Stay down from the real ones. I don't. Like, and even half of the real ones that stay down, I don't even talk to today. Like, I said most. Keyword, I said most. So, yeah. And I just feel like this is what consists of the hate you give. So, all I wanted to say is like, comment, and subscribe if you did like the video or you did like the energy that I gave. But, hey, I'm just being me. I'm just being real with it, or fake with it. However people want to put it, because I've been told some stuff too. But that's not a topic for today. So, at another time, at another convenience, you can catch me here with Barefoot, Moscato, by the way, and Balance Breaks, which was really good. And I kid y'all not, literally doing this video, I finished my whole bowl. And my wand is literally down to the bottom, almost. Like, it was at the top. Like, come on now. And that was out of a cap. Like, I'm not a drinker for real. But, again, another topic for another time.